Thank you.
No, he's not going to be here. And Emily just sent me a text. She's in another Zoom meeting, but they are finishing up, so she should be on soon.
Okay, thank you. Vicki, did you hear anything from Kathleen? Is she going to be able to make it?
Nothing more than what she texted this morning that she was going to be on sick leave today. So
Okay.
Don't know any more than that.
All right. Thank you.
We'll give it just a couple more minutes before we start. Make sure everybody has time to get on.
Thanks, Travis. Hi, Aaron.
How's it going, Vicki?
Okay, today's been really exciting. We had 3 bucket trucks out there putting up lights on the tree.
That's good.
It's going to look really good. It's been an interesting day, though. But of course, I had to turn the power off, so I was sitting in the dark watching them. Yeah, we're going to be all set for Christmas.
Yep. Yeah, I heard through the rumor mill that the Christmas parade got canceled, but I haven't seen anything official yet.
Emily's on the that Christmas committee. They're having a Zoom meeting right now. She sent me a text that they were getting ready to finish up, so she might can fill us in.
Okay, good deal.
Travis, I had heard from Bobby Blevins that he's not going to be here. So
Okay, Bobby's
I knew
not
he
going to be
wasn't.
here.
We don't know about Kathleen. She took sick leave today. So
Okay, I haven't heard from Dr. Acuff. I don't see him showing up, and I've not heard from Mike.
Mike
Mike
Knight.
Nideffer.
And Tracy Buckles is the other one. I haven't heard from her either.
Mike won't be here. Mike Nideffer.
Okay.
Mike is
There's Tracy coming in, and I have Kathleen's update. She sent it to me not too long ago. She wasn't sure she's going to make it on.
Great. Thank you. So Dr. Acuff's the only one we hadn't heard from then.
We'll go ahead and get started, and if Dr. Acuff shows up, he can jump on in. But we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order of the Agricultural Committee for November 10th, 2020. Ms. Kathy, if you'll call the roll, please.
All right. Aaron Jack,
Present.
Tracy Buckles,
I'm here.
thank you. Dr. Acuff, Mark Tester,
Here.
Travis Hill.
Here.
Do I need to call our names as well?
Sure.
Sure, just for the record, that'll be fine.
Okay. Vicki Clark,
Here.
Kathleen Wilson, Emily Barton,
Here.
Got Melissa Shelton. And her.
Melissa Shelton,
Present.
Get Lacey.
and Lacey Young. Lacey, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, my voice.
Thanks. I'm having trouble with my sound too. Sorry.
It came out much deeper than I intended it to.
Okay, so we'll move on to adopt the agenda. So I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion, we adopt the agenda.
A motion by
Second.
Mr. Tester. Who was that second? Is that Tracy or Aaron? Second by Aaron Jack. If all those in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Motion passed. Next is to approve the minutes from the August 4th, 2020 meeting. Entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes.
Motion by Tracy Buckles,
I'll
I'll
second.
second by Aaron Jack. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Ah,
Anyone disapprove, like sign. Motion passed. Next, old business. So COVID-19 updates.
Okay. The last that we had heard, or the last information we've gotten from UT is that it's okay for us to stay on the alternate phase, which is where we are now, keeping our staffing of at least one person in the office. So the office is open and we're allowed to work from home so that we're not all in the office at the same time. Probably around January the 1st, we're going to be moving to more of 50% coverage in the office. So we'll have more than one in the office at a time. But that'll give us November and December to see if the numbers start settling down. But the
Okay,
office
sounds
is
good.
open. We all are still working and they can be, we can be reached.
Good
There'll always
deal.
be somebody there and Kathy's got the phone that she's
Okay.
transferring.
All right. Anybody else on that discussion? All right. Next item is building maintenance for gutters and windows.
Like to report that the gutters have been cleaned out. And I have called Mr. Higgins about the windows. He evidently is covered up. He's said he's put us on his schedule. So I don't know
Okay.
when it'll be, but at least he knows.
Okay.
We were having some water coming in the upstairs window. We think it was because of the gutters. Has anybody been upstairs to see if that's taken care of it?
We haven't had a good enough rain to tell at this point. It's been dry since it got cleaned out to now. I'm thinking tomorrow might be a good day to check. It looks like we're supposed to be getting some rain coming in this week. So between all of us, just keep a watch up there.
Sounds good.
I'll be covering the office tomorrow, so I'll go up and keep an eye on it.
Thank you.
Deal.
Mhm.
Oh, Lacey, I need to let you know the power was off today because of them doing
Okay.
the lights.
Mhm.
Hopefully it'll be back on by the time you get there tomorrow, but if it's not, give me a call or I guess we'll call the electric company or whatever we have to do. I had to
Okay.
leave so I could get connected on the internet. So
All right. Anything else on building maintenance? Everything good? Did the maintenance guys take care of you on the gutters? Or the
the gutters are
prisoners?
good. We've not, we need somebody to come take out the trash. We've got a lot of papers and stuff that need to be hauled off.
Okay. All right. Next item is new business, the Christmas tree lighting. So it sounds like they've got started on that today.
They did, and I think Emily can give us an update because she was on that committee.
I just came from that meeting, actually. I switched from them to you guys. So the press release has just went out. We saw that it came through WJHL as we were in our meeting at 3:30. So the ceremony will be all virtual. We have a couple of marketing teams between the committee members and Carter County Bank. We are going to have a singer that's one person or a family. We are going to have the history of the tree presented by a 4-H member and then light the tree on the 21st, starting at 5:30, presented through either Facebook Live, and then there'll be a pre-recording up on some different downtown websites for the whole duration of the season. But the ceremony will be virtual, Facebook Live. The tree lighting itself and putting the lights on the last couple of days, they are multicolored. They are going around the tree. Elizabeth and Electric, as well as the Rotenberry family, were the key players in putting those lights on. And we have a lot of good pictures. So I'll try to get some pictures out to you guys of that undertaking the last 2 days. What questions do you guys have about the lights or the tree or anything like that?
Why don't you
I think
tell
I'm
them?
just, I was gonna say, I think I'm just excited that they're gonna be multicolored. And that seems to be the biggest complaint I've heard over the years, that they've always been white and they go up and down instead of around like a traditional tree.
We were talking about that yesterday, that's the two biggest requests.
Why don't you tell them about the update on the height of the tree? We had some kids trying to figure out how tall it was while we were into this.
Kiwanis had worked with Boys and Girls Club to bring out some of their students that are there quite a bit, but due to the virtual learning. And their original plan was to screw in light bulbs, but we had some other members that got that done ahead of time. So they helped with grounds cleanup, and then we dropped a rope from the top of the tree down to the bottom, and we did some measurement education with a tape measure. Almost lost the tape measure a few times, but we are estimating it's 88 feet tall, which we have a certificate from 2002 where it was 83 feet. So not super official, but pretty close that we're at 88 feet now.
Good
Are the
deal.
lights staying on, or are they taking them on and off? What was the decision on that?
The original plan was to come on and off, but after the immense undertaking the last 2 days have been, we're going to try to leave them on until we know that we can do this better, because it was 2 electric system bucket trucks and a crane. And it's like when you do your lights at home, you have to have people pass them around, but on a mass scale up in the air. So they're going to see how leaving them on goes.
That's the reason they've always been put up and down.
Yes.
That is. That is. We had some discussion about that quite a bit leading up to this, but they're like, if we're going to do it, we're going to go big. So they went big.
It's a shame that the first year it's gonna be this way and we're not gonna be able to do it live in person, so.
It is.
That's sad.
As things progress, I will tell you, we made the what to do this year, and want to do future year plan. And it will be, not to be cheesy, but it is going to be a hallmark undertaking when we get to do what we have planned. It's going to be beautiful.
Good deal. All right. Looks like next item is Ag Committee term renewals.
Let me just remind everybody that according to the Ag Committee requirements, a term is for 2 years and you're limited to 3 full terms. We have a full committee. We don't have anybody actually rotating off this year. Erin Jack, if had agrees to go on into her 2nd term, and that would start January the 1st, and she'd have 2 more years. Bobby Blevins has agreed to a 3rd term, and again, his will go into effect January. And Travis, I think yours rolls into the 2nd term this January.
Yes.
So if with all those agreements, we should be able to keep the committee as we have it.
Good deal.
Do we need to vote on that, or I don't know? Is that
I'm not real sure on that either. I'm not, most committees we have to send back in through the nominating committee to accept everybody again. So we may need to just send that through.
Do we need to, what do you think, Patty? Should we do that just to be?
Yeah, they just have to resubmit their application again, and it goes through nominating. You basically open it up for other people to apply to, and then they go through nominating, and then it comes to full commission to approve it. Most of the time, it's the same ones you get to stay. But it's just the process.
So we just need to get them an application?
Yeah,
again?
they'll do an application and get it to Aaron Frazier. He's the chair of the nominating committee.
Okay, I'll get that taken care of.
And they're just basically requesting, they're going to renew.
Okay. Thank you.
So the next item is Agricultural Program Updates.
Emily, didn't you say you had those from Kathleen?
I do. Give me just a moment to pull them up. Got lost in the shuffle of the day. Here we go. So she has been very busy working on a lot of different programs since we last met. The CFAP money, which is the money coming from FSA programs, we did release a 2nd one of those with FSA. So we've been working on getting our producers, making sure they know that that's available to them, helping get them directed to the right person to apply for that funding. The TAEP cost share program, we have had the sign up period for that since we last met, and was working with several farmers, both in Carter and Johnson County, to apply for that grant funding. We will know in future months who got their applications approved and how that money will be spent. She's wrapped up her 3rd-year rotations on her pesticide certifications. She's been working on new certifications as well as upping everybody's credentials from past certifications. They have a new agriculture agent as of last week in Johnson County. So she has been working as kind of a dual agent for about a year to a year and a half now. And so she'll be his mentor to get him started, to help him meet those people and then get him well trained. But that'll be and help her to be able to solely focus on our county. So she's looking forward to helping him get settled and then working with some good partnerships over there. The Master Beef, if you have not seen or heard, has been held at the drive-in here over the last couple of weeks. That program, if you haven't seen the video, we had UT, they offered to come up and showcase that good work for our community. So we can send you guys the video link for that. But she's had the same turnout, if not a little better, that she would have had in a normal situation for that Master Beef program. I'm double checking here. She's got a big long message for me to go through. So she's been working on her beef quality assurance certifications. That is one of the pre-steps to getting that grant funding. So making sure people are certified for the first time or recertified in BQA. They're still very weary of attending programs online. So she's been doing a lot of her work through one-on-one meetings or tailgate meetings out and about. She's got some partnerships coming up with Washington and Unicoi County in January and February for another Master Beef course. as well as small ruminant course for grant. Of course, those help with grant funding as well. Those are looking at being held at the fairgrounds and that in Gray to help with spacing, to make sure we can have them in person, but everybody's safe with everything needed. And then she's appointments straight through for more certifications with BQA and pesticides, farm and home visits for different diseases and things coming into the office quite frequently as well. So, but she did want to mention and make sure to thank Andy Wetzel for that partnership with State Line Drive-In. It has been an excellent, excellent way to do programming.
Have you all seen the video, or would you like us to send you the link to it?
I'd like to see the link. I haven't seen the video yet.
It's really good. It's really
I've
good. We're really
seen
proud
it.
of her.
Chuck does a great job. I mean, they do a great job.
It's being shown all over the state. We're being showcased as a county with some innovative ideas. So we're real proud of this.
Good job.
I'll send you everybody the link then.
Thank you, Vicki. All right. We'll move on to 4-H programs.
So you guys are getting to hear from me a lot today. Let me switch gears and pull that for my notes here. Find the right section. Okay, thank you for being patient with me as I was switching from one thing to the other. We are in the middle of working on our clubs and getting to meet a few. I know Melissa and Lacey both have been able to go into a few schools to meet with their students and meet in their classrooms. This particular club meeting, we are teaching the process of the Electoral College. And as you guys know, that can be a unique opportunity during these times. So we're getting a lot of interesting questions, a lot of interesting feedback. And we strictly focus on the process, and we tell them, in a perfect world, this is the way it should work. And so getting that education out there to our students on the process of our government. We have built a Canvas 4-H page for all of our students that are 100% virtual, as well as during these times where we're a week at a time going back to 100% virtual. So it's a constant communication with our teacher groups to see, how do you want us to present 4-H? Do you want us to come in person? Do you want this meeting to be virtual versus the next, and so on? So juggling a lot of hats to make sure we're serving as much as we can for those students. We're also in the middle of our public speaking contest promotion and teaching those public speaking skills. We have altered our contest to be a video turn-in, although we've got alternates for those who have trouble with the technology part that will judge them in person as well. And it's looking like our county contest that will be in February is going to be a virtual version. And that was to help not have to worry about congregating, as well as a lot of those who help us can fall into some of those at-risk categories, and we want to make sure they can still participate without being worried about their health. We also have our poster contest going on right now. There's both a virtual creation and the normal traditional 4-H poster creation in that as well. We have been partnering with Hampton FFA quite a bit. They have a new ag teacher there, and have been working with them to build their agriculture program. They've had some teachers switching on and off quite a bit in the last 4 years. So helping him to build a program. And he called me and he said, we must be sister organizations. And that's usually the call that I make to our ag teachers when they come new is, let's work together, let's partner. And he beat me to it, which is a good sign. Kathleen and I were able to do some dairy education before they went back to virtual only. And we have some plans to do some parliamentary procedure work with them, as well as some service projects with them for agriculture. So really helping their program to grow and to flourish. Coming up, some of our service project work, we have a couple of really dedicated students that have been working with making service at home. And so they've made 75 braided dog toys and 20 cat hammocks for the Carter County Animal Shelter. And we've had 300 greeting cards donated to the VA and to senior organizations. And then I believe Miss Tracy's getting ready to pick up about 180 or so Senior for Santa project items. They've been donating gifts for the seniors. So those are getting ready to go on as well. Coming up, we have planned a high school conference. We're hosting it at the Sullivan County Ron Ramsey Agriculture Center for space, but it's for all 9th through 12th grade students. It is the high school conference. Typically, we go to Gatlinburg for 3 days, but that's just not in the cards this year. So we're going to be doing service projects in the morning that they can get 2 hours of service towards their goals, and then we're going to do career workshops in the afternoon. So it's $25 to attend, and that covers their meal, that covers their shirt and their items for the day that they're going to be getting to take home. And that's open to any 9th through 12th grader. Our chick chain show and sale was a success. We had 9 come and sell their birds, and our contributions from the sale exceeded what we've done in the past. And in this particular year, we didn't know that we'd make anything. So we were glad to see that continued even under all the restrictions we had. And I think that's all for me, unless I've missed something. There's always something I've missed.
Melissa, you want to add anything to the 4-H part?
Well, Vicky, it sounds like Emily covered it pretty well, so I think we're good. Thank you, Emily.
You might put a plug in there, Emily, for your t-shirts. You're wanting people to buy
Oh, yeah.
t-shirts.
So if you all have any t-shirts you need rid of just to purge, we're going to be making, we are going to be taking those t-shirts, cutting them up and making some service project items at that conference in December. So I just need them dropped off by December 16th so I can get them packed up and taken to the Sullivan County office.
Do they need to be new, or can they just be used and clean? What are you looking for?
Used and clean. So,
Okay.
And we do try to preface, kids are going to see these, so I've had a few untasteful ones come in sometimes. So.
Like y'all staying very busy. I just hate there's not going to be a, was it bread or biscuits? I didn't get to take part of that last year. I did the speech contest, so.
Cornmeal muffins and biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
are having to put that on hold this year.
I understand. Next item is the FCS program updates.
Well, one of the things a challenge that we've had with this COVID situation, so many of my FCE members are in that at-risk group. It's been hard to communicate with them because they're not all connected on the internet. So we've been trying to do phone calls and letters to keep them, keep in touch with them. But we're also finding that by putting our programs online and doing social media, we're getting a whole new audience. And that's pretty exciting. So we're able to reach people we had never reached before. I'm still getting a lot of calls about canning. We did an online canning class. I don't know if that's what sparked it or not, but people are into apples and apple butter right now. So I'm getting a lot of calls about those. And I've been working with a team around the region on putting together a finance class for real people, something that's not real detailed or over their head, but real simple steps that you can take. So we've done that, and I've piloted it with a service group, went over really well. And I've got another group going to be starting the end of this month. It's a homeowners group through Habitat for Humanity. So we're going to try to offer it to them. And speaking of Habitat for Humanity, I want to make sure everybody was aware that we are having a new house built in Elizabethton. It's on 602 Blevins Avenue, which is parallel to Watauga and somewhere in the vicinity of Philippi Church. But they are doing the excavating now, and then they'll be putting the foundation in. My understanding is they're going to have a big day at the Kingsport Restore and build all the walls under one of their sheds. And then somewhere around Groundhog Day, they'll be putting the walls up. In the meantime, they are planning on hosting some sort of a information meeting for the community to let everybody know that there's going to be a house built in Elizabeth, and then to try to get volunteers. So as soon as I get a date on that, I will share that with you. I do know the house is for a single male, Kevin Haverty, I think is his name. Don't know him yet, but we're working with him and making his selections and all the things he wants for the house. It's pretty exciting. This is the second one that since I've been working here that we've had built in Elizabeth, and so I'm pretty excited about that. I've also been working with the Eastern region on putting together their yearly planner for the SCE clubs and planning their leadership day. And I've been reviewing the resumes for our new Eastern region FCS program leader. Got some really good resumes in. Along with all the other extension agents in the office, we've been working with our regional IT people on putting together a new county website. And that is planned to go live here pretty soon. So we're hoping that that'll sort of update our look. And I have been involved with a social media challenge. We'll see how this works. It's called Holiday Hold'em Challenge. And we're trying to put it out through Facebook, do a Facebook group, challenging people to do small steps to stay healthy and not gain weight during the holidays. So far, it's been pretty exciting. We've had a lot of interest. So, like again, that's a whole new audience we've never had before. So, trying to reach some new people. That's pretty much what I've got.
All right. Thank you, Vicki. Next item is 10-step program updates.
Right, sounds good. So since we last met, the Shop Smart Tennessee recipe promotions and videos have wrapped up. So that was a 2-month-long demo series. It showcased 8 different recipes with videos, and in total, it reached over 1,500 people through Facebook throughout those 8 recipes. So hopefully that will be something once, things open back up that we can partner with a local grocery store on to deliver that live in person with demonstrations at some point. The Maternal Health Forum was also a success online. So that reached over 50 participants and partners. I created an entire 10-step page. It contained information about what UT Extension is, what the 10-step program does, the types of programs that are offered, and then a couple of promotional demo videos on there as well. There's been a 10-step newsletter that's gone out every month, August, September, October, and then I just released my November one. So that has reached over 100 people, participants, and partners as well. Eating Smart, Moving More, I just wrapped up a class. I had 2 participants who graduated from it live, but I'm also offering it through what's called e-extension. It's an online platform for the Eating Smart Moving More program. They get to go at their own pace, so it works easier for people who aren't able to come to the live class. So I have 6 people currently enrolled in that as well. Again, that's a go at their own pace, so I just keep in contact with them. I check in on them on a regular basis, see how they're doing. I'm able to get in there and see how their classes are going as well. Eat Well, Feel Well, I created an entire PowerPoint for each of the 5 lessons, and I've sent that off to my 10-step team, and that is in the final stages of being approved and sent back to me, so we can hopefully offer that online as well. As Emily mentioned, the youth clubs have started virtually and in person, so I've been in contact through email, and I know Melissa has some of the 4th graders as well. We've got 22 3rd and 4th grade teachers throughout the county district that we've been in contact with. Melissa has taken the reins on some of those as well. I've personally met with 2 of them in person so far. That went really well. We did their Sugar Shockers lesson. They loved that. We looked at sugar content, nutrition labels. We compared the sugar content in various popular foods to the daily limit. I do have 6 more in person scheduled before the holiday break in December. So we're going to see how that rolls along with the schools being virtual, if they end up coming back, and if we're going to be able to meet with them in person. So we've got 6 that we're looking at to hopefully meet with in person. As Emily mentioned as well, we've been working on the Canvas. So we've got a 3rd and 4th grade platform on there. The 3rd grade does not contain any of the 4-H content, but both the 3rd and 4th grade have 4 core physical and nutrition lessons. They have 5 supplemental videos for further information. They also have 4 additional topic videos. They have 8 family newsletters and 8 interactive at-home activities that we've created a Google platform that they can upload them to. And then on top of that, the 4th grade content contains all of the 4-H pledges, the service learning projects that Emily had mentioned, the contests and all of that for virtual upload as well. I worked with Vicki. We did the online financial class. We did deliver that to, I believe it was the core services of Tennessee. Is that correct, Vicki? Okay, and we had 7 participants, I believe, in that, and that went really well. They seemed to enjoy it. We got some good interaction with that, so we did that over Zoom, and that went really, really well. It was focused on healthy eating and grocery budgeting. So hopefully we'll be able to partner and do that again when schedules line up. I partnered with Carter County Drug Prevention and homeschoolers. We did a basic nutrition lesson for 9th to 12th graders. And I taught this to them, and there were 9 youth and 2 adults. And then what they ended up doing was tracking themselves for the upcoming week after I taught the basic nutrition. So they were able to get the concepts down and then see how they did themselves with their eating habits. And then I partnered with Red Legacy Recovery and taught a basic nutrition and grocery budgeting and healthy eating class to them as well. And we're looking to do that in December again. So coming up in the future, we are looking at most of my adult partnerships are still closed for the time being. However, I have reached out to them. We're kind of just planning, seeing how things are going. I know that the senior center is in a soft opening phase right now, so we're hoping in the new year to possibly get another class going there. I'm working with the Courtyard Senior Housing as well. They are open to us returning to classes, so I'm going to be going over there tomorrow to measure out some space, see what we can do, and see if we can look towards beginning a class, hopefully in January is my plan. Continuing on with Carter County, the school district, working with them. And then I've just created a new demo series that I'm going to be doing on Facebook. So the concept, it's called Helpful Holiday Hints, and it will be completely free on Facebook. The whole concept is between this week and New Year's. Each week is going to have a new topic. We're going to focus on common cooking terms, reading a recipe, measuring, substitutions for recipes, knife skills, food safety in the kitchen. We're going to talk about all of that over the next 8 or so weeks. And I'm creating handouts that go with each of them, as well as recipes. And so the idea is that if they're able to print out each of the recipes, they'll be able to create a binder for themselves in their kitchen, or to gift it to somebody that has a lot of cooking tips and recipes in it as well. So I think that is most of what's been going on lately for my topics.
Good deal. Well, it seems like you ladies have been very busy since our last meeting, and y'all do a great job. I'm very proud of you all, and we're very lucky to have each one of you. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to comment on or discuss before we adjourn?
Travis, this is Tracy. Emily, I just wanted to throw something out. I don't know if you know, but Elizabethton High School has a new ag teacher, Jerry Agan. And he came from Mountain City, he worked in Johnson County. So he's doing some hydroponics and things with the students. So you may want to reach out to him.
That's awesome. We had our scholarship rounds in October, and horticulture was one of the ones. We had 1 entry across the state. So that'd be a perfect partnership to be with those students linked in and hopefully get them some scholarship money. So I'll do some more reaching out for him as well.
I can get you an email. Because we go to church together. So I had made a note to make sure and tell you that.
Perfect. Thank you. I think I had his sister like the first 3 weeks. She graduated like right after I started. So hopefully we can get some contact and get
Yeah.
built up with them.
All right, anybody else?
I have a question, especially for our commissioners and Ms. Woodby, with the CTE discussions with school board on bringing that to one center. I know it's been discussed. Is there anything that we can do to help in that process, or do you all know anything, or is that more of just focusing with the school board in those discussions?
We have I have a meeting set up with Dr. Bullock and myself and TCAT to kind of discuss the options, kind of do a brainstorming session, kind of see what options could be. And yeah, I'd like to keep you guys in mind, Vicki, and all of you for that process. And it's very positive. I think it's a great idea. And Dr. McAbee was the one who brought the idea to the commission, one of our committees one evening. So I would let you know more after that meeting, or if Vicki or if one of you guys would like to attend, you're more than welcome to attend. I can get you an email. We're going to do it here in the conference room. There's just 4 of us, so we can social distance and wear a mask. It's kind of informal, just to kind of brainstorm and kind of get everybody talking about possible location and what some ideas are for getting it off the ground.
Okay, we had some good discussion at the Hampton had their advisory meeting about how it would look and with the teachers, and some really positive discussion. And so,
well, and the way they're doing it now, they're busing the kids are on the bus longer than they are to actually spend in the classrooms. And then some of the children are not even getting the option to take some of the courses because you've got to come all the way from Cloudland to Happy Valley for the criminal justice program. Or you've got to go to UNACA for the meat and everything the welding that they do there. So having it in one spot for them to come directly to, I think it's a great idea.
We'd like to be involved in that if you.
Okay, Vicki, I'll shoot you an email with the time. It's in a couple of weeks. I've got it scheduled on for a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right. Any further discussion? All right. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Motion by Ms. Tracy. Second from anybody?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Tester. All those in favor say aye.
Yeah.
Aye. All right. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we'll see you 2021, I guess.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
for your support. We appreciate you.
Thank you.